Hello friends, and welcome to another Project Life Process video, and this is a December in 2010. This Christmas is, my sister and I had already moved to Oklahoma, so this is a Christmas of us coming back home. Right now I'm just showing you the cards that I'm using, and these are just from my stash. So if you have any questions on a particular card that you see, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to get that information to you. Tiny word stickers, these are from Tim Holtz, and it's usually something I always have in my Project Life layouts. And then these alpha stickers, which I don't end up using because they don't have any numbers. So, and I'm trying to use up the sticker sheet, which I do end up using on side B, but now I'm going too far into telling you. Anyways, yeah, I bring out those puffy stickers from the Target dollar spot, and again trying to use up these gold glitter circles. Bringing out some alpha stickers from the Hip Kit Club from their November kit, and yeah, those are my supplies. So let's get started. So this green card is going to be my title card, and I try to bring in that red washi, but I don't end up using it because I don't think it's quite eye-catching for a title card, because it's transparent. That's the card I use, and it's got a bits of reds and some greens in it. So in case you're wondering where I got this giant sequence, it's in a pack that I got from Hobby Lobby. When they bring out their Christmas stuff, they usually have this section of crafts, and they have like foam and things of just, you know, Christmas related crafts, and that is where I found it. And I actually got the pack because it has Merry Christmas and all these red and green smaller sequins, and when I saw these big ones I was like, holy smokes, what am I gonna do with these? So I'm trying to figure out how to use them in a creative way. Just putting December with these alphas, which are actually really pretty. I wasn't sure about the font. I thought they were a little bit too long on the ends, but they actually are quite pretty. So I bring in my box that holds a lot of small alpha stickers, and I bring in this sheet, and the story behind these sticker sheet is that I saw Adele using some turquoise ones in one of her video, and I need more small numbers and small alphas, real tiny ones, because my Teresa Collins ones they're running out and they're not in Joann's anymore. So this Scrapaholic from Scrapaholic Anonymous saw my post of me wondering where they were from, and she was so kind enough to send me some all the way from overseas. So so nice of her, and they work out so perfect. I'm trying to bring this journaling card, but it says noted on, and I already put the date, and I thought, well, maybe I can cut it, but then do I? Yeah, I think I stick with it. Yeah. I'm trying to bring the top card together with the bottom card, so I thought bringing in some washi and putting it in between will bring those two designs together. Always test out my pen first because I hate it when they skip. So just journaling here that this is the, oh yeah, I'm to write my niece's name, Naomi, and I end up writing Mila's name, my daughter, who's not born yet, so I try to cover it up. Good thing that you can always cover it up with a sticker or something. I tried to bring this gingerbread man, but he's too red, so I bring in this snowman, and voila! That mistake is covered up. Going to journal here about my niece Naomi and how it was her first Christmas to spend in Texas with us, and how it's just so, it was so happy to see Christmas through a 1.5-year-old. So sweet, and doing a doodly border around the card with my Sharpie felt pin, and I'm quite fond of these pins, or felt tip pins in general, but the thing with me and these felt tip pins is the way I write, it makes the point flat, so I always have to end up buying them after a quick while. Taking off the rounded edges to make it sharp. And this photo is of Naomi and my sister, my eldest sister. I call her Nomi. And she brings out this drum so that Naomi can play with. And she ends up making the song, and we get the nickname Bombonis. The song that she makes, it's funny, and to this day I can still sing the song that she made up right then and there at that picture that was taken. Here I think I want to use this gold glitter circle, but I don't, because it's not big enough, and I wanted it to overlap the card and then trim it down, but it wasn't big enough, so I bring in this sequence. But then I think I can't glue the sequence down. I don't use glue on a photo that I think the person in the photo might want a copy of, so I try to use other alternatives. So I end up stapling it next to the photo. And I want to put Bomboni's, a nickname that my sister gave her, but I didn't want it to get lost in the bit of black that is in the picture. So I think kind of wanted to use that red washi, but it wasn't working out. It was too much patterns going on, I think. So I just put it down here on the side of the photo, and it works out. And yeah, I think that card is done. I think that's all I do to it. Oh, no, no, no. I bring in a puffy sticker. Use the Be Merry and Bright. And now that photo is done. This photo here, as you can tell, my sister is very proud. I remember her telling me, take a photo because they came out so great. So my sister Jenny, the one that's in this picture, she always cracks up of when like people ask her to do something crafty, or she takes on a crafty project. We just start laughing even before she starts it, because we like to say she's creative in other ways. She's actually an awesome drummer and musician, so yeah. This picture is actually quite busy, so I try to use not that many embellishments. You don't get to see the end result till the end of this video. This photo, me and my sister are making some cookies for a Christmas cookie exchange that they host at my church back in Texas. And it's so fun. So all the ladies from the church, they bring some homemade cookies, and we basically have a buffet of all these cookies, and we have some games and things like that. And then afterwards you get a bag and you fill it with all these delicious cookies, and it's awesome because you basically have cookies for the rest of the month of all sorts of kinds, and oh, they're so good. And yeah, I remember that was the year I made like the best Christmas cookies I have ever made in my entire life, even until now. But anyway, so here this photo is of me and my niece, and I could finally use up the rest of that journaling card. use up some of those sequins to bring in some green. And again, I don't want to glue this photo down, so I end up using this this double-sided adhesive that I found at Joann's. That big old roll was only $3. I don't know why I just bought one. I need to go back and buy another one, which I think will be okay because it's so huge. I don't think I'll be running out anytime soon. I'm just journaling about my niece. Before bed, she wanted a drink, and we would ask her, do you want jugo or do you want milk? Do you want juice or do you want milk? And she was like, doesn't matter to me, just whatever, you know. And so she would say jugo milk. She would put them both together, and it was just so funny. Here, trying to decide what tiny word sticker to use. Sometimes I get stuck because I want to find one that describes what is in this photo, but that doesn't always work out. So I put twinkle, and I want to cover up the edge because the tiny word sticker doesn't go all the way. So bring in some sort of embellishment. That Christmas tree wasn't quite long enough. You would still see some open, tight spaces, and it was just, not easy on the eye. So I brought in another circle to fill in the space, and that Santa Claus was long enough to make sure there was no weird gaps. And I believe that this is the last photo that I do, so just putting them back in their sleeves to see what the finished layout looks like. And oh, that's the way that card ended up turning out, so not too much embellishment. Yeah. So what I do is after I'm done with each individual card, I put them in their pockets and just look and see what is missing that I have put in one card that is not in the rest of the cards that I can add so that the whole layout can have a better flow. So in this case, I add some tiny word stickers and some enamel dots, and that will help make the whole layout look more, well, I mean, really the best way to describe it is just have a good flow. Add an enamel dot, and this enamel dot is a bit lighter than the card in the bottom right hand corner, and it's because the puffy stickers have like a lighter green outline to them, so to bring in more of that pop of shade of green, I bring in that enamel dot. So that gingerbread man just was not working out. He was too red, and there was already tons of red tones in the photos, so I omitted the gingerbread man. And again, just adding those tiny word stickers throughout the layout. And that's that, and we are done. That is the way it looks in the end. But wait, we're not done. So the back of that page only took me about 15 minutes, so I decided to add it into this video, so that's why it's a bit long. Trying to decide what paper to use as my title card, and I used this Christmas tree and reindeer paper. I thought it would go really well with the sand and the blue in the photos because we are at the beach. And that template, that 4x6 template, have y'all noticed that Simple Stories is not at Michael's anymore? Well, when it was, they had all their things on sale, and they had 4x6 template, 3x3, 4x4, 2x3, and 2x2, I think. And I'm so glad I picked those up because they have come quite in handy. Just using some thickers here from Heidi Swap, and y'all, I have a love-hate relationship with Heidi Swap products. So here's why. Sometimes I don't think I'm getting quite my money's worth. For example, these thickers, they're pretty, but I can find some American craft thickers that are quite similar for double as much. For instance, I can get 2 sides worth, front and back, of thickers, and Heidi Swap, this is the only sheet. It's only a front sheet of thickers, and so I had to space out SPI because there was not even enough periods or dots to abbreviate to show that I am abbreviating South Padre Island. So that just annoys me because I think in my head, they know, right? They know I can get twice as much from American Crafts or another brand. So why would they just put half the amount of product for the same price? I mean, if you think about it, scrapbooking can get kind of expensive. But anyway, I mean, I usually buy her stuff on sale anyway. I mean, I have to in order to justify it. So that's that. Here I am writing shenanigans in with my Sharpie felt pen because these photos are quite silly. I mean, it's even too cold to even be at the beach, but we just thought take our friends who were visiting from Oklahoma to go see the beach. I love, 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 love these gold mirrored hearts and silver stars. I love them. They're from Hobby Lobby. I want to say it's actually no, I don't remember. I'll put it down below. Here I pull out my box of just scrap papers of dotted, lined, or graph paper to journal. And I choose this one in particular because it's kind of distressed and it's a little bit gray. It just works out perfect and it's long enough for me to trim to the perfect size. I journal about our friends coming to visit us. Well, they don't visit, they come with us for Christmas. The ones that came, they were Russians. So quite the difference. I mean, Christmas would already be different, but a Texan Hispanic Christmas is very different. It was really, really lots of fun. And so I don't have any cards except for my title cards. So I do some embellishing on top of the photos just using these Mambi chips from Michaels. And I believe this is their Friends theme one. So yeah, bringing in some pinks and some blues. I think the top right photo has Friends for Life. The one with Nathan in it, looking at the ground in the middle there, it says, I think of you and it makes me smile or something like that. Silly on the top left-hand photo, because that, yeah, it's pretty funny. That's a photo of my friend Nathan in his swim trunks. And he's gonna go take a dip in the very, very cold water. And so, yeah. Just trying to figure out which chip to use for the bottom right hand photo of me and my niece Naomi. And I ended up using this Picture Perfect. And I'm just figuring out a placement for it. And some would ask, why didn't you trim off the photo so that person who's actually my friend Nathan, the same guy who's in the swim trunks, trim it off? But sometimes I like to leave background details in the photo because it's a part of the time that the photo was taken. So he's wearing this plush green velvet jacket, and his whole outfit is a description of what he liked and who he was at that time. So I left it in there. And that is it for that layout. Later on though, I add more photos and more pockets with my fuse tool. But here's some close-ups of the silly pictures. Except for the one with Nathan, that one's cute, and the one of my niece. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoy these Christmassy layouts, and I'll see you next time. Bye!